Welcome back, adventurers, to the Pillars of the Earth. In the last episode we finished chapter 11 and here we are on our way with Philip.
I had assumed that as long as the market was held within the walls of the priory and the taxes supported the construction of our cathedral, Kingsbridge would need no market license. I had made a foolish mistake. Now I had no option but to call on King Stephen for help. And as Aliena suggested, I joined the knights on their way north to Lincoln.
Uh-oh. Don't know if that is a good idea. So we go to war with a monk. Goodness. Lincoln is all the way up there. It's not even on our map. We have to get past Kingsbury. Well, off we go.
More and more men joined our group. Most of them had no horses and no weapons to speak of. As King Stephen prepared for his final battle against Robert of Gloucester, he had ordered all able men of his earldoms to fight in the north.
Uh-oh.
Then, at nightfall, our group reached a large camp of Stephen's men.
Go to sleep, walk through camp.
Many men asked me to pray with them. They were husbands, fathers, and children about to fight in a war that most of them did not understand. It was then that I witnessed Aliena's brother Richard shouting at a man. The man was in tears, saying he did not want to fight and begging to be allowed to go home.
Yeah, the thing is that Richard is not a decent man either. That's the problem. I don't know if he would make a much better Earl than William, to be honest. Maybe a bit, because Aliena has some influence, but not much. He's also arrogant and selfish. Oh man. I know we shouldn't do that, but I have to. I'm a monk.
I told Richard to have pity. Full of anger, he told me that he would hang deserters himself if need be. Then the man interrupted us by shouting infamities about Robert of Gloucester and started to laugh. Richard and his knights joined in and began to cheer for the king. Richard seemed to me just as desperate as the young man, but he did not know it.
Yeah. But at least that drives them together. That's good.
His temper would not make him a just earl, I thought. But again, I hoped to see a cruel man win his battles, only to defeat a man more cruel than him, William Hamley.
Yeah, exactly my thoughts too. Man, everything went so well and now everything goes down.
After a long first day on my way to Lincoln, I found a place to rest. I fell asleep soon and dreamed about soldiers. But these soldiers were not on their way to Lincoln. They had come up the twisting hillside path to our little hamlet in North Wales. My brother Francis and I had tried to outrun them and to warn my parents. But as always when I had this dream, we were too late.
Oh, that's what happened to the parents. They were also victim of cruel knights.
King Henry's men had killed Mam and Da. Abbot Peter came to take us in, just as it had happened so long ago. But this time, in my dream, something was different. I was 6 years old then, and Abbot Peter had not yet taught us about God. But still, I asked the monk the question, why did God do that?
Well... none of these. If there is a God, he just doesn't give a shit. He just doesn't care at all. That's the answer. It was not God because he does nothing. And God doesn't forsake anybody because he does nothing. He doesn't care. So both is true. The better question is there a God? Because we do know that there is no God that cares. That is very obvious, but shall I be a desperate monk or shall I be a monk that has some faith still? I don't know. What a decision. I'm the wrong person to make that decision. Because I am not a believer. So, let's be desperate. Times are desperate. Let's be desperate.
I had said that. It had been my voice answering the child. It was me. I was responsible for the fate of these children, Richard and Aliena. As I tried to calm them, I realized the blood of their father was still on my hands. I awoke with a start. It was as if my dream had not been a warning, but a reminder. I had sinned, and I had to atone for my sins. I prayed that I would be able to help those that had already suffered by my hand, and all of Kingsbridge.
No, you just acted with the knowledge you had back then the best you could. That's not a sin. That's human behavior. Then we should have chosen the it was not God option. If we, I think, don't want him to think it's his fault. So now it's my fault that I chose that option. And I take it.
After what felt like an eternity, the sun rose and we continued on our way to Lincoln. As we moved, I remembered hearing that Bishop Waleran had been to Rome, and William had fought in the Holy Land. I told myself that King Stephen would eventually see these men for what they really were. He had to. And I tried to convince myself that God would make things right.
Well, he won't. Spoiler. That's I don't think that King Stephen will see that. He will only see that he has a good fighter on the one hand and an ally of the church on the other. He has to rule a country. He doesn't care about individuals, I think. And I don't know if King Stephen is a good king or not. We don't hear much of him. So I'm just wondering, why did Philip not know that Waleran had been to Rome? That must have been publicly known that he was gone. That's really weird. And also that William had been to the Holy Land to fight. I mean, they don't live at the end of the world. He should have heard of that, shouldn't he?
You are late. Is it done?
No. Their builder is alive.
What about the saint?
I couldn't get into their crypt unseen.
You disappoint me again, Timothy.
Please, when did I ever fail you before today, Right Reverend?
Regan Hamley is alive.
She didn't.
No. Your poison has left her in a deep sleep. When the time is right, I will send our Earl of Shiring to finish what I asked of you. Kingsbridge will fall.
Chapter 12. The Great Beast. 1 week later. Lincoln, before the battle.
Hurry up, my friend. Or do you not want to see our king after all?
I fear I must.
Then let's not waste more time. Come on, Philip.
Oh man, so let's see if we can get that market license. We have knights here, Richard there, the Lincoln Cathedral, Lincoln itself, Lincoln Castle Gate, and yeah, guys on top of the gate. Never seen such a city. More impressive than Winchester. So many stone roads and stone buildings. And they're quite nice too. Yeah. Pretty cool, and very impressive city walls. What a sight. Will our cathedral ever be finished? Well, I think it will. It looked quite finished when we left. I mean, only the roof is missing, isn't it? Is the only one out here? The only what? The only knight? Doesn't look afraid. Does the Lord protect him? Not as relaxed as he pretends. Still an angry boy. So different from Aliena. Yeah, that's true. Stolen from King Stephen. Ranulph of Chester's men hide in there. Loyal to Maud and Earl Robert. So the castle has been stolen. Okay. Can we go inside?
Not get too close.
Okay, we can't. You are quite close already. So, what can we do? Can we go into the city? I don't think so. Not quite. Okay, there's a barricade. I think the only thing we can do is get into the cathedral. Oh, wow. Okay, it is impressive. There's the gate. Yeah. Can we talk to Richard?
Where do we find King Stephen?
Who's asking?
Richard of Kingsbridge.
I've heard of you.
Good things, I hope.
Maybe. You can go inside the cathedral.
Where are all the knights and soldiers?
I should go first.
Why was that funny?
But this is a house of God.
Only 2 more days.
If they know what's good for them, they'll surrender.
I'd be disappointed if Maud would give up so easily.
My king! You have my sword!
Good! Who is that?
Richard of Kingsbridge.
Him. Now, what about those archers out there?
Where is Alonso? Is he still not here?
No. He joined one of the other groups because you wouldn't stop arguing.
Maybe it's for the best, then.
I doubt it. I only wish your sister had tried to keep you two from quarreling. I had hoped she would be a better diplomat.
She? Don't make me laugh. And now stop whining. We will go into battle soon. For the king!
Ha! For the king!
Uh-oh. And there are the consequences of our inaction. Now there are only 2, And I think that other guy that left was the best fighter of the three. And the one with the best gear. So we lost him. And Richard might be vulnerable now. And the king doesn't seem to be impressed of him. So he doesn't really like him, it seemed. And yeah, that is not good. Oh look, they use the cathedral as stables. That's cool. A disgrace. Stephen uses the church as he pleases. Oh well, it's there and ready to use as whatever he pleases. The bishops will support anyone in power. Why are horses a disgrace? Horses are cool. And yeah, if you are a believer, they are God's creatures too. So, there you go. Not as relaxed as he pretends, still an angry boy. That's the same. Should have known he would be here. Is worse than his parents were. Wonder what happened to his parents. Yeah, well, they are dead, obviously. Well, we learned that the mother survived. Because Bishop Valoran tried to poison them. But obviously his mother is not dead, but the father is. So, that's bad. Another poor soul forced into battle. Looks so desperate. I thought he looked scary. Scary and desperate. Desperate men are the scariest ones, maybe. Mending equipment. Preparing for battle. Hope they will save lives. Okay. King Stephen, the king. If he doesn't help, all is lost. He's preparing for battle. Yeah, I think the problem here is that he has other stuff in his mind than a license for his market. What does he care at the moment about the market in Kingsbridge? Right? I mean, he's preparing for battle. I don't think that he cares much, to be honest.
Father, I'm afraid.
Come now. What are you afraid of?
I own a mill. I built it myself. The only thing I was ever good at. I will die if I have to fight.
Oh, he's scared looking. Not scary looking. I'm sorry, I misread that completely. Oh man, that poor man, he shouldn't be in battle. He's a miller.
Do you have a family?
A wife. I can't go out there. I can't.
And you shouldn't. I don't know. If he hides in the church and someone finds him, what will happen to him? If I tell him that he must not run, then he'll die in battle. He's not a fighter. Oh, dang. Ah, what can we do? I mean, that would be appropriate for the time, because it was normal that in case of battle the king calls all men at arms, so that's what armies were made of. But I personally would tell him to hide and run. Ugh.
You must not run. You would be hanged.
But I don't know if I can do it.
You must.
When we go to battle, will you pray for me, Father?
Of course. Of course I will.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, if they find him, then he'll die anyway. That's the cruel reality. Can we talk to Wilhelm? William?
I will spare myself the malice and infamy.
Yeah, good choice. Thank you. Oh, there are wounded people already. Or at least tired ones. I don't know if they are wounded. Can we have a shield? Nope. Oh, there's a congregation. The Bishop of Lincoln, praying for King Stephen's victory. It is time the war ends. Can we join? Nope. Okay, we have to talk to the king. No more delaying.
There's no two ways about it. I have to go out there myself to see what's going on.
My king, Ranulph's archers are only waiting for you.
They know they'll be at my mercy once I've dealt with Robert the Bastard and Ranulph the traitor. I doubt they dare shoot me.
Stephen, be reasonable.
Henry, will the church for once shut up? We are at war. Wonderful. Now, I will go out there without getting shot in the head. I must know why they posted the archers up there today. Just for once, use your brain. Think.
Yes, my king.
Okay. So, let's see what the Word of God says about
mercy
kings.
And truth preserve the king, and his throne is upholden by mercy. Is it now?
He's doubting that. Yeah, we don't have a choice.
My king?
You? What are you doing here? Have you come to atone for having your monks write that heretical book?
No, my bishop.
So you continue to doubt your bishops, your pope?
Henry.
How dare you show your face here?
Henry! I told you I am not to be disturbed.
This monk should be thrown into a cell. Maybe then he will see reason.
What? Because he doubts your miracles? I have to admit, having someone walk over red-hot plowshares, or putting his hand in boiling water to prove he's innocent, is entertaining. I give you that.
Stephen!
But the monk is right, of course. There is a tendency that your miracles conveniently happen when the church needs them most. Whoever believes that to be a coincidence, or miraculous, deserves no place at my table. What is your name, monk?
Philip of Gwynedd.
I will make sure my brother won't arrest you. If anyone will have you arrested, it's me.
My king, I have come to see you.
I have no time for you. Unless you know a solution to my problem. There are archers outside, probably looking forward to killing me. But I have to see what's going on out there with my own eyes, without getting shot. If you have no solution for my problem, better not waste my time, or I will have you arrested.
Ooh, Stephen wants to take a look at the castle without getting shot. So, now I have to find the solution. Okay. Let's take a shield then. Shields are good against shots.
A shield could surely stop an arrow.
A shield should offer protection against archers' arrows. But let's ask him.
I doubt he would know the answer.
Okay, then talk to Richard, although I doubt he has an answer too. But who knows?
What would be the safest way to face an archer?
Are you thinking of joining us in battle?
He's finally become one of us.
Never mind.
Huh, yeah, right. Okay, and these are the only options. Can we get outside and ask other people? Maybe him?
Today there's twice as many archers up there.
Is that not a bad thing?
I've been standing here for weeks now. Ranulph's men are probably just bored. They don't mean harm.
How can you be sure?
Listen. Well, that's my friend over there. I've never seen him, but we do this every day. That's how I'm sure.
Okay, they're not there to kill somebody. Lincoln Castle and the upcoming battle. 1141, Lord Philip heard about the war in Lincoln. After Lincoln Castle was taken over by men loyal to Empress Maud, the king laid siege to the castle. Shortly thereafter, news reached the king that Maud's half-brother is advancing on Lincoln. And while he is accompanied by great numbers of Welsh forces, Stephen too is well prepared for a battle. In only 2 days' time, the war for the English throne may finally come to an end, when the forces of Maud and Stephen meet on the battleground outside Lincoln. So there are reinforcements coming. But Stephen has a huge army too at his hand. Can I have a look?
The men on top of the wall all carry bow and arrow. They are watching the cathedral closely, as if they were waiting for something. But for what? Maybe it will help the king if I tell him what I saw.
Maybe the king will be content when I tell him what I saw. I have so many options now. Can we test?
I should tell the king about the shield instead.
Okay, we don't have a shield. We cannot test it. Let's talk directly to him with that information.
Our king's advisors believe it would be dangerous for him to stand out here in front of the archers.
They're right.
They are?
Don't worry. They won't waste their arrows on monks and peasants. But the king would definitely be a tempting target. Would end the war in the blink of an eye. I wouldn't hesitate to shoot the bastard of Gloucester either.
Yeah. The archers won't shoot someone dressed like a peasant. There we go. I don't know if the king would like that, but that is the solution. Yeah. Very nice. Do we have another option? Let's talk about with him about a shield. But a shield wouldn't fully cover him.
You are carrying a shield. The king could protect himself in a similar fashion, could he not?
Of course he could. Our king's proven himself in battle many times.
Yeah. I mean, the king would like that option better, but this would be safer.
Maybe it will help the king if I told him what I saw.
Let's try all these options. I hope I can talk with him about all the options. Can I ask
They're already praying for Stephen.
Okay, and that's all they do.
But I doubt that's the solution he's looking for.
Yep. I'm with you there. Ooh, okay. First we tell him. I hope the other options will be still available.
My king, I would like to tell you what I saw outside. Maybe then you will not have to put your own life at risk.
Tell us what you saw, monk.
What did you see?
Archers. They were waiting for something.
For our king, of course.
No. No. There's more to it. What else did you observe?
Nothing more, my king.
Oh, that's not enough. I have to see them with my own eyes.
I will suggest that because it's safer.
If you were to dress like a poor man, not like a king or a soldier, the archers might not shoot at you.
This is highly inappropriate, Philip of Gwynedd.
It is. But he's right. Robert's a bastard, but his men are not without honor. Who are you again, monk? Why have you come?
I'm the Prior of Kingsbridge, my king.
Ah, of course. The Prior of Kingsbridge.
I have come to ask for your help.
What could be important enough to disturb the king at a time like this?
Robert of Gloucester will attack in 2 days' time.
Let us find out why he's here, shall we? Get undressed, Prior of Kingsbridge.
Yeah, he wants our monks'
My king.
clothes.
Don't be shy. It was your idea, after all. Ranulph's men have been nervous all day. Now, why is that? It's such a simple war. And yet, they could stay holed up in my castle for another month with all these men. So why have the archers out at all? They'll be safer inside. They don't have to stand up there.
He took us with him in the king's robes. That's not safe at all. But, well, he's testing the theory if they shoot or not. Yeah. Okay. Talk about market license. Talk about pact with the Hamleys. First we need the license.
My king, I have done all you asked of me. Now please, listen to me.
Of course, monk. Let me guess. You're here to ask me for help with your illegal market.
What?
Ooh.
The income was only used to support the cathedral. I did not know we needed a license. The market was held on the church's ground.
The church is not above the law. This is not the Holy Roman Empire.
No, of course not.
Your market is illegal. I supported William in his decision to punish you, for it didn't merely pay for your cathedral. It also paid for the children of that traitor Bartholomew.
But Aliena and Richard are no traitors. You said so yourself. You said they shall go free.
I remember my words, monk. But the Earl of Shiring tells me that a knight in my employ seeks to convince me to change my loyalties.
I wouldn't know much about that.
William Hamley and Bishop Waleran said you were sly. Now I think I know why.
My king, you must not trust them.
Hear me now. You will not receive a market license, and the children of Bartholomew will hang if they go against the Earl of Shiring. Do you understand?
I understand.
Of course. That's why all those archers are up there. Robert of Gloucester is not attacking in 2 days. He's attacking today. To arms! It's an ambush. Do not use the front entrance. They knew that would draw us out. Get my clothes. I need my horse.